Call the meeting to order. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Councilman Fickman is absent. Approval of the agenda. We have two additions to our action items. 7I, approve the personnel appointment, and 7J, approve resolution 2024-27, authorizing the buyout of leased vehicle. Is there any other changes?
Yes, eliminate 6A.
Eliminate 6A, okay. So EDA report from the city administrator is now off. Okay. Is there any other changes? Council? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda with those three changes?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Heidi, second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. Approval of the minutes of the February 21st, 2024 regular meeting. I'll receive them in your packet. Is there any changes or corrections needed within those minutes? Hearing nothing, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 21st meeting?
Motion to
approve.
Motion by Diane,
I'll second.
second by Heidi. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. This brings us to our public open forum. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to the council? Is there anyone here that would like to speak to the council? Call a third time. Is there anyone that would like to speak to the council? Our public open forum is now closed. We have no public hearings, and we now don't have any reports and presentations. So we'll move on to our action items. 7A, approve resolution 2024-22 authorizing bids for storm project.
The plans for the truck stop stormwater project I put in here have been completed because I was very optimistic when I typed it, but there's a few technical pages that need to be added yet, but the plans are essentially completed as you've seen before. So we're asking for approval to go out for bid. So we need to look at a timeline for that, and then we would approve the plans and authorize the advertisement. And then Keith is here, and he'll have to chime in on whether these dates work for us, if we are able to open the bids the end of March, or if we should push it out further than that. I don't know, what do you think, Keith?
Yeah, I would say we'd probably try to hit the next council meeting after the one that's on there, if that's probably what that's.
So push it out one further?
To the 17th of April.
We'll bid it a week or so before, essentially.
Okay,
Okay.
so I can make those changes to that and to the resolution. And then also in the interim, we will have to have a temporary construction easement, and then we'd have a permanent drainage and utility easement. Those easements generally come during the project when we get that done. Although we have already talked to the landowner and they're favorable of doing it. So what we'd like to do is approve resolution 2024-22, accepting the plans, authorizing the advertisement for the bids for the 2024 stormwater project.
Okay. Questions? Comments? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2024-22?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Shallen,
Second.
second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7B, approve resolution 2024-23, authorizing sale of excess property.
The police department, as you know, recently upgraded its in-squad cameras as part of its improvement plan. But we did have in our possession a new replacement WatchGuard in-squad camera, but that's not compatible with the new one. Todd County Sheriff's Office has requested to purchase that camera. A Minnesota statute allows the direct sale of excess equipment to another public entity, and so they have negotiated a sale price of $3,800. So we're asking to approve resolution 2024-23, authorizing the sale of that excess equipment.
Questions? Concerns? Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2024-23?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Heidi. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7C, approve resolution 2024-24, authorizing disposition of excess property.
Stearns County Attorney's Office has released to the city through forfeiture a 9mm Taurus firearm. Minnesota statute requires that the sale of a forfeited firearm be conducted through a licensed FFL dealer. It was presented to the Osakis General Store to be traded for ammunition for the department. The estimated value of the firearm is $135, which is half of the amount you could go and buy a brand-new one at Fleet Farm today. So we're looking to approve Resolution 2024-24, authorizing the sale of that excess property.
Questions? Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2024-24?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Shellen,
Second.
second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7D, approve resolution 2024-25, accepting quote for sidewalk repair.
This is for the repair of the front step and the sidewalk at City Hall. As you know, in '23, we advertised for bids for the repair and replacement, and at that time, we did not receive any bids. So in 2024, we looked at the plans and talked to the contractors, and they said one of the reasons they didn't bid was because of the arch design, which has to be absolutely perfect in order to look good. And so we looked at how we could come straight out and then cut it off, so basically cut the arch off in a flat design. So then with that, we solicited bids from the known concrete contractors. We did receive 2 quotes. In addition to the front steps at City Hall, we also included the replacement of the pavers in front of the police and fire departments as well. They are sinking and deteriorating and creating a trip hazard. So we have those broke out into the City Hall steps, and then the fire police, and then a total. So the bidder, A&H Concrete, bid $20,080 for the total, and Boyning Masonry was $19,000 for the total. The bids are for the concrete work only. The city staff is going to do all the removals, relocate the flagpole, and complete the landscaping work. So this is like the concrete work. Once we know they're going to come, our guys will come in, take everything out, then the concrete will come in, form it up, pour it, and then we'll take care of the landscaping and the railing and that. So what we're looking is to approve Resolution 24-25, accepting the quote for the concrete work for City Hall steps and sidewalk.
Questions? Comments?
I guess one question I would have is, are we fairly early on both of their lists as far as when it would get done, or?
Yes, we did talk to Boyning, who is the lowest bid, and he said that he would have that done, because we told him we wanted to have it done before midsummer, so he said he would likely do it in May, but absolutely by June 30th.
Okay.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve resolution 2024-25, awarding the bid to Boyning Masonry?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Heidi, second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7E, approve change orders, South Sauk Center Industrial Park.
So during the course of the project, it was determined that one of the storm structures had to be upsized from 120-inch to 144-inch structure, resulting in additional costs of $39,000 and some change. So you'll see in there the change order that adds that and then gives credit back for the 120-inch structure. And then also there was excess topsoil encountered, which had further subgrade, but then we also had got a negotiated reduction in the unit price to kind of mitigate some of that. So you'll see that change orders 1 and 2 for the South Industrial Park are included in your packet. The net change was $20,962, and the other one was, I gotta look here, $21,721. So this, but they net out at a total of $17,740. So that's what the change order would be that we're looking to approve tonight. And then also in addition to that, we have the pay request number 9 to Northern Lines for $260,387.60, and that is the full and final pay request.
Okay,
And I put both change orders in there if you can kind of follow the line items of how they arrived at those totals.
we'll take care of the change order first, 7E. Was there any questions or concerns on this one? I had one question, and I talked to Vicki with it about, it was like a change order. It's listed as a change order, but actually it's a change of quantities
On the
On-
second one, yeah.
on the lineup.
Okay.
So, because I'm going, where did this change order appear? It was completed in June of 2023, and now we get a change order. But it's actually on the quantity discrepancy.
Okay.
It is an actual change order, so. Is there any other comments or questions on that? Hearing none. Let's see if I can find my page back. Do I have a motion to approve the change orders?
I'll make a motion.
A motion by Diane, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Shellen. Any last comments? Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7F is to be approved the final pay request for Northern Lines South Industrial Park Project. And that one there is for $260,387.60. That's the right total?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a motion or any questions concerning that final pay request? If not, do I have a motion to approve the pay request number 9?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion by Shellen. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Heidi. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7G, approved contract for SCDP Funds Twilight Ventures LLC.
On October 4th, the city council preliminarily approved moving forward with the granting of a combination of an SCDP deferred loan and repayment agreement to Matt and Aaron Bjork, doing business as Twilight Ventures LLC. This is the old Arnie's across the street from City Hall. They're working on that right now. The portion of the project to be funded by SCDP is the plumbing and heating portion. That work has now been completed. The vendor, who is Trisco Plumbing and Heating, is registered with SAM, which is a system for awards management, and has provided the prevailing wage reports that are required to be eligible for funding, for federal funding. So contracts have been approved for the deferred loan of $13,893.71. This is a zero-interest loan that will stay on the property as long as they own it and will be repaid to the city upon sale. The second part is a repayment agreement that is $18,524.94. That is a loan that converts to a grant over time. So beginning in year 6, 20% of it falls off. In 7, another 20. And by 10 years, the whole thing has been converted to a grant, never to be repaid, as long as they retain ownership of the property. And then the owner's share of that total is $13,893.70. So you can see how the three add up to 100% of the total project of $46,312.35. So the city's share of that is $32,418.65, which is 70%. So we're looking to approve the deferred loan and repayment agreement to Twilight Ventures and approve the payment to Trisco Plumbing and Heating for $32,418.65.
Questions, comments?
The building sure looks a lot better. Much, much better.
Do we have a motion to approve the deferred loan and repayment?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Diane, do I have a second?
I'll se-
Second by Shellen. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7H, approve appointment to Park Board.
An application for an appointment to the Park Board has been received from Christopher Klinkhammer. He is the current Vice Commander of the American Legion. He requests appointment to the board be approved. I believe Mary Stone reached out to him and and discussed to him what the requirements of the board are. And so we're looking to approve the appointment of Christopher Klinkhammer to the Park Board.
Any questions or comments? Otherwise, do I have a motion to approve the appointment?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Diane, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Heidi. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. 7I, approved personnel appointment.
So the Personnel Committee conducted an interview with Sergeant Joe Jensen on March 4th, 2024, regarding his application to become the Chief of Police. Following a lengthy interview, which I believe is about the longest interview I've ever conducted in the years that I've been here. So the committee determined that Jensen is well qualified for the position and recommends that Sergeant Jensen be appointed as the new Chief of Police for Sauk Center. In addition to that, they recommend that the newly vacated sergeant position be internally posted in the department in accordance to city policy. So what we're looking to do right now is to approve the appointment of Sergeant Jensen as the Chief of Police, effective with Chief Frederick's retirement.
Questions, comments? You were on the interview. so-
Yeah, I just apologize for the length, but I think it was a really good conversation and maybe a little bit more into just your regular questions on a typical interview, so.
Okay.
There was a lot of follow-up questions.
Yeah.
A lot of questions were asked and then answered, and then follow-up questions to those. So
Yeah.
it was comprehensive.
Do I have a motion to approve the appointment?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Diane, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Shallon. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say?
Speech.
7J, approve resolution 2024-27, authorizing buyout of leased vehicle.
Okay, so on that police chief thing, I just wanted to confirm that also allows us to go ahead and post the sergeant
Yep.
position.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Yep.
So the 2024 lease squads are now available, and one of the 2 squads that are being replaced will be turned back into the state, and the city budgeted to purchase the other squad at the end of the lease. This will replace an older vehicle that was previously purchased at the end of its lease. So the purchase price for the lease buyout is $17,000. So we're looking to approve Resolution 2024-26, authorizing the purchase of the vehicle. This is a 2024 Interceptor Explorer model. So that is for $17,000.
Questions? Concerns? Do I have a motion to approve the resolution 2024-26?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by
A
Shallon.
second.
Second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. We have no unfinished business. We have no new business. That brings us to our consent agenda. We have schedule of claims, unpaid claims of $159,549.26 for a total of the same. And we have resolution number 2024-26, accepting contributions of $165.18 from the men's card playing group to be allocated to the senior center. And on behalf of the city and the council, I want to thank that group for their contribution. Is there any other questions about the consent calendar? Do I have a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Heidi, second by Diane. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. We have no informational items. That then brings us to the end of our agenda. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Heidi. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Shallon. Call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4 in favor, none against. Meeting adjourned.